Hi everyone. So 2018 has passed and 2019 is here. At the very outset, I would like to wish all of you a very happy new year and also a very prosperous one. Today what we are going to be talking about is the top 5 picks for the year 2019. Now these top 5 mutual funds are in no particular order, but these are just a few interesting picks that we at MyWay believe would add a lot of value to your portfolio. So this would be largely split into 5 major categories or themes that we believe will play out very well for the year 2019, and we'll give you the top recommendation within the particular theme. So as we know, along with 2019 comes a lot of volatility, especially driven by elections. So during this election period, the one category that we believe will show very good resilience and protect your portfolio from the downside to a certain degree are the large cap funds. So large cap funds typically invest in the top 100 companies by market capitalization. These are the largest companies in India that we are talking about. So while the elections might lend some volatility to equity markets, these large cap funds are bound to hold some degree of resilience. Now, within the large cap segment, there is one particular fund that we would like to highlight, and that is ICICI Prudential Blue Chip Fund. So, ICICI Prudential Blue Chip Fund is typically known for its resilience during volatile periods, and this is very evident by the fact in the past 9 years, only once has it underperformed its category average. That too was in the year of 2012 when large caps in general had faced a certain rout. So ICICI Prudential Blue Chip is a go-to fund and deserves an allocation in your portfolio in place of any large cap allocation that you're looking out for. While we just spoke that the election might lend a lot of volatility, the interesting part is the post-election period. Once the elections are done and the results are out, there is a certain degree of opportunity that opens up within the space as there is more certainty around the geopolitical backdrop of India. And the best category that can capitalize on such an opportunity is the mid-cap segment. So within the mid-cap segment, we are talking about the companies that are listed from 101 to 250 on the stock exchange by market capitalization. These are the companies that have a high growth potential and can play and deliver very well given a certain degree of predictability in the geopolitical environment. Within the mid-cap segment, there is one fund that we would like to highlight, and that is L&T Mid-Cap Fund. S.N. Lahiri, the fund manager, has been known to make exceptional bets in the mid-cap segment. The key metrics that he looks at are the companies which have a very strong competitive edge and have a very high degree of scalability. This has been playing out fantastically well in the past, and we expect L&T Mid-Cap to perform well even in the future, especially during the post-election period. The third theme is a relatively interesting one. The third theme that we are going to be talking about are global funds. So global funds basically focus on investing in companies which are based out of India and capturing the value that one cannot unearth in India. This also acts as a natural hedge to certain portfolios, which also complements the saying don't put all your eggs in one basket and don't put all your investments in one nation. So global funds actually offer a very strong value proposition. Within the global scheme of things, one particular economy that has caught our attention is the US economy. So with strengthening wages, lower unemployment, and an overall strengthening macroeconomic situation in the US, we believe investing in US based companies would yield Indian investors very good benefits. So the best way to gain exposure to US equity markets through a global fund is through this particular fund, which is called as Franklin India Feeder US Opportunities Fund. So for anyone looking to diversify their portfolio even outside of India or play the US growth story, Franklin India Feeder US Opportunities Fund is the best bet that you have. The fourth category that we are going to be talking about is the thematic category. Within the thematic category, there is one particular theme that we would love to talk about, and that is the multinational company theme. While we know most of 2019 is going to be dominated by election-driven volatility, These companies, multinational companies which have offices in India and as well as outside India, are expected to protect your portfolio from all kinds of political uncertainties that develop in India, from all kinds of economic uncertainties that develop in India, and also the consequent forex risk that may develop due to these volatilities. So within the MNC theme, there is a particular fund known as UTI MNC. So UTI MNC fund has been doing exceptionally well in the past years and has shown outstanding resilience, especially during election-driven volatility periods. So, as a theme and as an allocation within your total portfolio, we believe that UTI MNC would add a good element of downside protection to your overall portfolio in the year 2019. So till now we have been talking about certain categories and themes that we expect would play in 2019, and then we shared the top pick within the particular category. But this next fund is slightly different. This has not been arrived at from a top to bottom analysis, that is by finding a theme and then arriving at the best fund within it. In fact, this has been a fund that we have exclusively handpicked for the year 2019, and the fund is Invesco Contra. So Invesco Contra has been a fantastic fund, performing outstandingly well over the past few years, and we expect it will continue to do so on the back of a few basic reasons. The fund has always been on the forefront of investing in D-rated companies, which they believe will be in a turnaround phase very soon. And so far it has been playing out very well. Also, with further qualitative understanding, we believe that the processes in-house and the fund manager's philosophy towards investing is strong enough to play out really well even in the year 2019. So, as a handpicked fund, we would like to recommend Invesco Contra Fund, which deserves an allocation in your portfolio. Here's a quick recap of everything that we discussed. So, here are the top 5 funds and the categories that we spoke about. The number 1 category to hedge from the election-driven volatility was the large cap category, and the fund recommended was ICICI Prudential Blue Chip. Number 2 category for the post-election opportunity was the mid-cap category, and the fund recommended is L&T Mid-Cap. Number 3, as a theme, we had the global theme, and the fund recommended was Franklin India Feeder US Opportunities. At number 4, we had the MNC theme, within which we have UTI MNC as a top recommendation. And finally, not as a category recommendation, but as an exclusively handpicked fund, we have Invesco India Contra Fund. So guys, these are the top 5 funds that we believe should be in your portfolio for the year 2019. We would love to hear your opinions if any, but as far as my way research is concerned, these are the top 5 that definitely deserve an allocation. So let's begin 2019 with a bang. The easiest way to invest into these top 5 funds is through your MyWay app. All you need to do is open up the app and select the funds. You'll be done investing in less than 2 minutes. So guys, learning and earning is a daily thing with MyWay. But do not forget, the more you know, the more you'll grow. So guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos that will help you take a step closer to financial well-being and being wealthy.